I fell in love with the forest, and with the Kaya people, with you. With you. With you.
I trusted you.
My involvement really goes back to when I was an executive at 20th Century Fox, where I got to know Jim Cameron. And I was sort of the studio heavy with him on a movie called True Lies. And we survived each other, and I made a decision to leave the studio. And Jim asked me if I want to come on to a movie called Planet Ice. And that was the code name for Titanic. So ultimately we did Titanic as partners, and we said, hey, this worked, let's keep doing it. In 1995, he shared with me a scriptment that he had read for something called Avatar. I loved it. I fell in love with it, but the technology was not there at the time to make the movie. And we waited another 10 years to make the film. And I said to him in 2005, I think we're at a point where technology is there that we could be the impetus to push it to allow us to tell this story. Technology wasn't about 3D. About creating immersive and engaging characters who could be the Na'vis and the avatars. Avatar became what it was. But truly, for both Jim and I, one of our biggest thrills after the release of it was the breakfast that we had with Bob Iger, where Bob said, we want to do something with Avatar in our theme parks. Why? Jim and I have been huge fans of Disney. So to be able to do that and then to start working with the incredible team of Imagineers led by Joe Rohde to envision this at a place called Animal Kingdom that, to be honest, we had never heard of before we started developing it. And then once we started coming down and visiting and understood, especially from Joe and his passion for what Animal Kingdom was, we saw why it was the right fit for Avatar. And it's something on the outside, many people couldn't see that at first. But when you really understand the three big values that Animal Kingdom has, those are true to Avatar. And playing Pandora here is a real place where people get to come, like the movie. The movie begins and ends with Jake Sully opening his eyes. We hope that people will come to Pandora and leave with their eyes opened and look at our world a little differently. When we were making the movie, we were working in a virtual world. Nothing was real. Pandora here at Disney's Animal Kingdom is real. I, guests, friends of mine who come with me, get to be on Pandora. It's a tactile experience, and that is so thrilling. When we went on Flight of Passage, and I took Zoe Saldana and Sigourney Weaver for the first time for them to ride it, they came off in tears. They were crying. They had spent months imagining this world in their heads. And for them to experience it, again, we had to stop and wait inside for like 10 minutes for them to recover.
Hello everybody who's joined me. There's suddenly just 1,000 more people out here.
So the new utility suits that are PCI, those came out of a design idea we have for the sequels. And we're trying to find a way to bring something in here where you take a piece of technology that is not militarized, but is used for science. And that's something we wanted in our movie as well. So our artists actually came up with the initial designs of it, and our team has worked with the Imagineers to create it. And we were so thrilled earlier this year to be able to introduce it to guests. As we move on with the sequels to Avatar, we made a very conscious decision to stage the whole 4 sequels on Pandora. We don't need to go to another world if we want water. We're going to go to the oceans of Pandora, just like you see in Flight of Passage. And some of those creatures that you see, don't be surprised if they show up in the film. We're going to go to totally different environments. We're going to meet different cultures. And just like our planet is as diverse culturally as we are environmentally, we want to introduce people to different cultures. In the first movie, we only met the Omaticaya clan. And those are the clan that are here and allowing us to come to Moara Valley. But as we venture out, we're going to different environments and different clans.